Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we dive into A Guide to the Good Life by William B. Irvine. This pivotal book, published in 2009, invites us on an enlightening journey through the principles of Stoic philosophy, a wisdom tradition that emphasizes virtue, tranquility, and the joy of living. Irvine, a respected professor of philosophy at Wright State University, uses his expertise to bridge the ancient and the modern, showing readers how Stoicism can provide a compass for a fulfilling life in today's world. A Guide to the Good Life is not just a philosophical treatise, it is a practical guide that addresses fundamental questions about what is truly important in life and which goals are worth pursuing. By focusing on the Stoic goals of achieving virtue and inner tranquility, Irvine offers actionable advice for overcoming negative emotions and fostering a state of peace and satisfaction. Whether you are a philosophy student, someone struggling with negative emotions, or simply seeking a simpler, more tranquil existence, this book provides profound insights and tools to help navigate the challenges of modern life. Irvine, also the author of notable works such as On Desire, Why We Want What We Want, and A Slap in the Face, Why Insults Hurt and Why They Shouldn't, employs his vast knowledge to make Stoicism accessible and relevant. Join us as we explore how A Guide to the Good Life can transform your perspective and lead you toward a more joyful and serene life. A Guide to the Good Life, The Ancient Art of Stoic Joy. Introduction. Unlock the secrets to a fulfilling life with Stoic wisdom. Imagine you're next in the checkout line at the grocery store, and time seems to have ground to a halt. The irritation bubbles up inside you as you wonder what could possibly be holding things up. Sound familiar? It's an all too common scenario, and it leaves many of us feeling drained and frustrated. But what if there was a way to navigate situations like this with ease and serenity? Enter the ancient philosophical school of Stoicism founded in Greece. The Stoics weren't just philosophers. They were the pioneers of a lifestyle centered around moderation, self-control, and the pursuit of tranquility. They believed that the path to happiness wasn't through satisfying every desire, but through managing our reactions to the world around us. Achieving such a state of mind may seem daunting, but it is within our reach. Through the lens of Stoicism, you'll discover that a traffic jam isn't the end of the world. It's a moment of pause in our often hectic lives. You'll learn that a cold shower isn't just a physical challenge, but a testament to our ability to endure discomfort and emerge stronger. And when it comes to the sting of defeat in a tennis match, Stoicism teaches us how to see beyond momentary loss to the broader perspective of our continuous personal development. In this journey, you'll uncover the hidden blessings of being stuck in traffic, the connection between taking cold showers and leading a more rewarding life, effective strategies for handling the disappointment of losing in competitive scenarios. Embrace the wisdom of the Stoics and embark on a path to greater peace of mind, embracing challenges with a calm and steady heart. Part 1. Explore the timeless art of Stoic living for a meaningful existence. Imagine stepping back in time to ancient Greece, around the year 300 BC. Imagine you're at an age where your parents are deciding the best path for your future education. Instead of enrolling in something akin to a modern business school, they would likely send you to study philosophy. Among the prestigious schools of thought during this era, Stoicism stands out as a guiding light toward the art of living a meaningful life. Philosophy, particularly in the Stoic tradition, wasn't just about engaging in complex debates or pondering abstract concepts. It was deeply practical, offering a roadmap for navigating life's journey with purpose and clarity. The core of Stoic teaching revolves around developing a personal philosophy of life, a framework for setting and pursuing meaningful goals. For instance, if you aspire to become more compassionate and present for those around you, Stoicism provides the tools and mindset to achieve this. Without such a guiding philosophy, it's all too easy to drift through life, only to look back with regret on missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential. In today's world, with endless distractions vying for our attention, finding the time and mental space to reflect on our deeper goals is more challenging and vital than ever. Stoicism offers a beacon of wisdom in this cluttered landscape, advocating a balanced approach to life. It rejects the extremes of austere self denial and unchecked indulgence, promoting a path of moderation instead. A Stoic finds joy not in the endless pursuit of external pleasures, but in the richness of an inner life. Such a perspective encourages us to enjoy life's pleasures, like a fine meal or the company of friends, without becoming overly dependent on them for our happiness. In an era where materialism often dictates success and happiness, Stoicism reminds us that true contentment comes from within. By embracing the Stoic way, we can navigate the modern world with a sense of purpose, resilience, and inner peace. Part 2. Embrace virtue and tranquility. The Stoic path to a fulfilled life. In the pursuit of a life well lived, the Stoics identified two core objectives worth striving for: virtue and tranquility. These foundational principles represent the bedrock of Stoic philosophy, guiding individuals toward what they believed to be the essence of a good life. First on the agenda is the cultivation of virtue. The Stoic notion of virtue might diverge from contemporary interpretations, which often suggest a life of extreme selflessness or moral perfection. For Stoics, however, virtue is about fulfilling our inherent potential as rational and social beings. This means living in a way that aligns with our unique human capacities, namely, the ability to reason and to care for others. Virtuous living involves recognizing our interconnectedness and acting in ways that not only enhance our well-being, but also contribute positively to those around us. Whether it's showing respect to our parents or offering a shoulder of support to friends, virtue, in the Stoic sense, is about embodying our best selves in the context of our relationships. Then, there's the pursuit of tranquility, a goal often misunderstood by those new to Stoicism. Far from advocating for a life of dull indifference, the Stoics viewed tranquility as a dynamic state of inner peace achieved by eliminating negative emotions. Such emotional equilibrium doesn't mean the absence of feeling, but rather the predominance of positive emotions that enhance our life experience. Tranquility and virtue are intricately linked within Stoic philosophy. Both require the judicious application of reason to navigate life's challenges. By exercising self-control and applying rational judgment, we can maintain a serene state of mind even in the face of adversity. Consider, for example, a modern-day Stoic caught in heavy traffic, feeling the stirrings of frustration and anger. Rather than succumbing to these negative emotions, she would recognize them as unhelpful and choose instead to remain composed. This Stoic wisdom teaches us to identify potential triggers for emotional turmoil and to deploy our reasoning skills to stay centered and calm. Through the twin pursuits of virtue and tranquility, Stoicism offers a timeless framework for living a life that is not only meaningful but deeply satisfying. By honoring our rational and social nature and by mastering our emotional lives, we too can walk the path of a good life, one marked by fulfillment, peace, and a deep sense of purpose. Part 3. Break free from the chains of consumerism, the power of contentment. In a world driven by a near constant pursuit of the new and improved, our collective narrative is often one of insatiable desire. Even those of us who pride ourselves on our virtue and reasonableness cannot escape a glaring flaw: the relentless craving for more. This relentless pursuit, we recognize all too well, seldom brings the lasting happiness we anticipate. Psychologists Shane Frederick and George Lowenstein have termed this relentless cycle of desire and disillusionment hedonic adaptation. It's a predictable scenario. The initial elation of acquiring something we've long coveted, be it the latest smartphone or a luxury car, rapidly fades into indifference. Before long, what was once a prized possession becomes just another item in our collection, The joy it once sparked dims, nudging us toward the next shiny object on the horizon. This cycle of perpetual wanting traps us in a hamster wheel of consumption, leaving us perpetually unsatisfied. But how do we step off this wheel? The Stoics offer a timeless solution. Learn to cherish what you currently have instead of fixating on what you lack. Central to Stoic practice is the art of negative visualization. This involves periodically reflecting on the absence of the things and people we hold dear. Imagine, for a moment, the unthinkable, the sudden loss of a loved one or the disappearance of cherished possessions. This imagined loss, though painful, serves a powerful purpose. It awakens us to the richness of our present circumstances, fostering a deep sense of gratitude for the abundance that already fills our lives. By engaging in negative visualization, we cultivate a profound appreciation for our current state of being. This Stoic exercise doesn't just increase our capacity for joy, it fundamentally shifts our relationship with the material world. No longer ensnared by the allure of the next big purchase, we find freedom in contentment. The people and possessions we once took for granted transform into sources of enduring happiness and fulfillment. Escaping the grip of consumerism's insatiable demands isn't about suppression of desire, but rather a radical reorientation towards gratitude. In learning to desire what we already possess, we unlock a deeper, more sustainable form of happiness. Let us then embrace the wisdom of Stoicism and discover the true riches that lie in appreciating the wealth of our current existence. Part 4: Embrace Challenge, Rediscover Comfort, the Lesson of Voluntary Discomfort. Building on the concept of grappling with the potential loss of our possessions and loved ones, there's another Stoic practice that takes our appreciation for life as we know it to even greater heights: the practice of voluntary discomfort. This idea, rooted in teachings from the illustrious Roman Stoic Seneca, who advocated for practicing poverty, is less about inflicting pain upon oneself and more about stepping out of our comfort zones. Why, you might inquire, would anyone willingly choose discomfort? The answer lies in two transformative outcomes. Firstly, engaging in voluntary discomfort serves as a form of training, fortifying us against the blows of fortune. Should adverse circumstances befall us, they find us not unprepared and brittle, but resilient and adaptable. Secondly, after a spell of self-imposed austerity, our return to creature comforts is not met with the same blasé attitude. Instead, we come back with a renewed sense of gratitude, cherishing luxuries we previously took for granted. How, then, can one incorporate voluntary discomfort into daily life without veering into ascetic extremes? The Stoics suggest starting small. Swap a car ride for a bike journey, brave the bracing sting of a cold shower, or endure the cold a little longer by dialing down the thermostat. These modest doses of discomfort can not only steel us against life's hardships, but also heighten our pleasure in modern conveniences when we choose to indulge in them again. Beyond tempering our reliance on physical comforts, voluntary discomfort also arms us against the enslavement to ephemeral pleasures. In a world where the lure of instant gratification, be it through substance use or indulgent treats, grows ever stronger, the capacity to say no is a fortress of willpower. By occasionally foregoing the wine or passing up on the cookie, we hone our ability to master our impulses rather than be mastered by them. Through the deliberate practice of voluntary discomfort, we recalibrate our appreciation for the simple, everyday luxuries of life. This Stoic exercise is not just about enduring hardship for hardship's sake. Rather, it's about rediscovering the depth of joy and contentment that comes from a warm shower, a comfortable sweater, or the freedom of a car ride. Pleasures all too easily overshadowed in the relentless pursuit of more. By embracing discomfort, we learn to see our world and the abundance within it with fresh eyes. Part 5: Master what's within your grasp. A Stoic approach to acceptance. In the grand theater of life, It's not uncommon for us to yearn for things just beyond our reach, be it the ideal job, dream house, or picture perfect family. The crux of our discontent often lies not in our lack of effort, but in the harsh reality that many desires elude our grasp due to forces beyond our control. The frustration of unmet desires can cast long shadows over our happiness. So, how does one navigate this terrain of ambitions and uncertainties with grace? The Stoics offer a compelling blueprint for serenity. Distinguish between what you can affect and what lies outside your influence. By relinquishing the pursuit of the uncontrollable and channeling your energies toward actionable personal goals, true contentment becomes attainable. Consider the unpredictability of the weather, a common source of daily grievance for many. Stoicism teaches us that weather's whims are beyond our purview. To fret over rain or sulk under clouded skies is to engage in a futile battle. Instead, welcoming the weather in all its forms liberates us from needless anguish, allowing us to adapt and find joy regardless of the forecast. Our scope of control extends profound influence over our own conduct and principles. Despite external circumstances, no one can obstruct our pursuit of becoming more compassionate, reliable, and forgiving individuals. But what about aspirations that fall into a gray area, such as aiming for victory in a tennis match? While certain factors influence the outcome, complete control is an illusion. Consequently, pinning happiness on winning sets the stage for potential disappointment. The Stoic strategy: internalize your goals. Shift your focus to effort rather than outcome. Strive to play your best game. This shift in perspective wards off despair and defeat, provided you've given your all. The paradoxical beauty of this Stoic practice lies in its liberating effect on performance. By concentrating on personal excellence over external validation, not only does the pressure dissipate, but ironically, the likelihood of success, in this case winning the match, may even increase. By not fixating on the win, you uncage your potential, performing with a clarity and focus that could very well clinch the victory. This Stoic wisdom, then, is not just about detachment, but about harnessing control where it truly lies, within ourselves. Part 6. Finding peace by letting go of anger and the need for approval. How often has a thoughtless remark from a colleague or a sharp comment from a friend thrown your entire day off balance? The Stoics, observing such disturbances to our inner peace, would point out that we have allowed others to disrupt our serenity. But maintaining composure in the face of provocation or malice poses a significant challenge. So, what's the Stoic remedy? At the forefront of things beyond our control are the actions and flaws of others. Despite the inevitability of interacting with a wide array of personalities in our daily lives, the Stoic approach emphasizes cultivating tolerance over succumbing to irritation, which only serves to magnify the discord. To foster tolerance, it's crucial to acknowledge our shared human condition. We are all subject to feelings of envy, frustration, and ignorance. No one actively chooses these reactions. They are often the result of deeply ingrained behaviors or predispositions. Recognizing this can pave the way for greater understanding and patience in navigating our relationships. Equally out of our hands is the perception others hold of us. No matter how diligently we strive or how earnestly we perform, there will always be those poised to critique and undervalue our efforts. Realizing the futility in chasing others' approval liberates us from their judgment. It's a futile endeavor to anchor our self-worth in the shifting sands of public opinion. The quest for admiration entrusts a portion of our autonomy to others, making us prisoners to their preferences and prejudices. This dynamic compels us to act in ways that curry favor, often at the expense of our authentic selves and deepest values. Moreover, the pursuit of approval forces us into a mold shaped by society's prevailing standards of success. In many Western cultures, success is frequently equated with wealth, prompting endless rushes toward financial achievement, a race where the finish line perpetually recedes and genuine happiness remains elusive. Embracing Stoic wisdom entails releasing the twin anchors of resentment and the relentless pursuit of validation. By aligning our actions with our values and finding contentment within, we reclaim our emotional equilibrium and navigate life's storms with a steadfast heart. Part 7. The Double-Edged Sword of Wealth. A Stoic Perspective. In a society where the accumulation of wealth is often seen as the ultimate hallmark of success, the pursuit of riches is celebrated as a noble and essential endeavor, purportedly leading to happiness. But what stance does Stoicism, an ancient school of philosophy that advocates for inner peace and self-mastery, take on this pursuit? Is wealth truly the harbinger of joy and contentment it is made out to be? Stoic philosophers argue that happiness derives more significantly from one's mental state than from the size of one's bank account. Musonius, a revered Stoic thinker, pointedly criticized the common belief that wealth can alleviate sorrow. He observed that our world is brimming with individuals whose coffers are full, yet whose spirits are empty, suggesting instead that the pursuit of wealth could actually sow the seeds of misery. Musonius's personal experience further illustrates this point. After lending a substantial sum to a friend who turned out to be a fraud, he surprisingly chose not to demand his money back, instead remarking that if the person was indeed an impostor, he was more in need of the money. This anecdote underscores the Stoic view that money, and the pursuit thereof, can entangle us in unfulfilling, even harmful, cycles of desire. Why then do Stoics believe that wealth and luxury have the potential to harm us? They argue that the craving for a life of opulence springs from an unnatural desire, one that is insatiable. This brings to mind the concept of hedonic adaptation, where the thrill of new luxuries quickly fades, leading to a constant craving for more and a diminishing appreciation for life's simpler pleasures. Consider the evolution of one's palate from the satisfaction of a humble bowl of mac and cheese to a craving for gourmet dishes and fine wines. This escalation of desire makes us prisoners to an endless quest for more, robbing us of the capacity to find joy in the modest and the mundane. Contrast this with the image of a Stoic who lives by a principle of simplicity. When hunger strikes, an apple suffices. Through years of embracing minimalism, this Stoic might find equal, if not greater, pleasure in that simple fruit as a wealthy individual might in a lavish feast. This Stoic lesson teaches us that true contentment lies not in the accumulation of wealth and the indulgence in luxury, but in the ability to appreciate and savor the simple, unadorned moments of life. Part 8. Embracing Life's Twilights, a Stoic Guide to Grief and Aging. Among the myriad topics that discomfort us, death invariably stands out as the ultimate taboo. The mere thought of it, especially concerning our loved ones or ourselves, evokes a sense of dread and sorrow. So how does Stoicism, with its emphasis on tranquility and virtue, approach this inevitable facet of the human experience? Stoicism acknowledges grieving as a natural response to loss, but also offers wisdom to prevent grief from overwhelming us. A key strategy in this emotional toolkit is negative visualization, a practice we've encountered that involves contemplating loss before it occurs. Far from being morbid, this approach serves to cushion the shock when faced with the actual event of a death. It acts as a mental rehearsal, enabling us to handle our emotions with grace when reality confronts us. Moreover, negative visualization fosters a deeper appreciation for our loved ones while they are still with us. By mentally confronting the possibility of their absence, we become more attentive and kind, ensuring no room for regret over unsaid words or unresolved issues once they're gone. Logic and reason offer another layer of solace in times of grief. Stoic philosophy suggests that the departed would likely wish for our peace and well-being rather than our despair. Embracing this perspective invites us to treasure our memories and be thankful for the moments shared, transforming our grief into a celebration of their lives. But what of our own demise, particularly as we advance in years and the shadows of mortality grow longer. Aging within the Stoic view provides a valuable perspective shift. While younger individuals might perceive death as a distant specter and occasionally squander their days, those in their later years are gifted with the clarity of life's fragility. This awareness does not have to lead to sadness or fear. Instead, it offers a profound opportunity to savor life's every moment more intensely than ever before. For the Stoic, every day is an opportunity for joy and gratitude, irrespective of one's age. Thus, an individual of advanced years, who embraces each day as a precious gift, may find themselves reveling in life's simple pleasures with a zest that surpasses even that of their youthful counterparts. In confronting grief and the inevitability of aging, Stoicism not only equips us with tools to navigate these universal experiences, but also teaches us to turn them into sources of strength, appreciation, and profound connection to the flow of life. Part 9. Embarking on the Stoic Journey, a path of mindful transformation. Diving into the world of Stoic philosophy, we've uncovered a treasure trove of wisdom on how to navigate life's complexities with grace. Now, you might be pondering the practicalities. How does one cultivate a Stoic mindset? What are the tangible benefits of adopting this ancient approach to living? First and foremost, Stoicism isn't just another self-help trend. It's a profound life philosophy that offers a compass for our existence, clarifying our pursuits and distinguishing the meaningful from the trivial. Embracing Stoicism can dramatically streamline our lives, casting aside the endless chase for fleeting pleasures in favor of the tranquil satisfaction found within. Another significant boon of Stoicism lies in its impact on our decision-making processes. With tranquility as our guide, choices become less about hedging bets and more about aligning with our deepest values. This clarity not only makes decisions easier, but also protects us from future regrets by keeping us on a course true to ourselves. If the Stoic way calls to you, embrace the journey with patience and openness. A Stoic transformation doesn't happen overnight. It unfolds gradually, through consistent practice and reflection. Begin with the practice of negative visualization. This exercise not only tempers our fears of loss, but also deepens our appreciation for the people and blessings currently in our lives. From there, move on to recognizing the aspects of life that lie beyond your control, and practice accepting them with equanimity. This step teaches us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, empowering us to focus on what we can influence. Next, identify areas of partial control in your life. Instead of fixating on external outcomes, like winning a tennis match, shift your focus to what's within your power, your effort and attitude. This realignment from outcome to process nurtures resilience and genuine satisfaction in your endeavors. Lastly, strive for understanding and compassion towards others, recognizing that, like you, they are navigating the challenges of being human, each with their unique struggles and imperfections. As you integrate these practices into your daily life, you'll find yourself moving closer to the Stoic ideal, a state of deep contentment and joy, derived not from external acquisitions, but from the richness of your inner life. Engage with Stoicism not as a sprint, but as a marathon, a lifelong path towards wisdom, tranquility, and fulfillment. Final summary. The essence of Stoicism offers a timeless recipe for a fulfilling life, prioritizing tranquility and virtue, mastering our reactions to life's ups and downs, and finding beauty in simplicity. Stoicism is not just a theoretical framework, but a practical guide that teaches us to cherish the present moment, appreciate the people and opportunities we're blessed with, and cultivate an inner source of happiness. By adopting the Stoic practices of negative visualization, voluntary discomfort, and distinguishing between what we can and cannot control, we can develop resilience against the inevitable challenges of life. Stoicism teaches us that true contentment does not lie in external achievements or possessions, but in the quality of our thoughts and the serenity of our minds. Through the Stoic lens, we learn the value of moderation, enjoying life's pleasures without becoming dependent on them for our happiness, and the power of self-reflection in guiding our decisions towards what genuinely matters. In embracing a Stoic outlook, we discover the keys to a life marked not by fleeting joy, but by deep and enduring fulfillment. Stoicism, therefore, is not merely an ancient philosophy to study, but a way of living to be actively practiced. By embodying its principles, we equip ourselves with the tools to navigate the complexities of modern life with grace, and to connect more profoundly with the world and the people around us. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.